Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I got two new products from Dandelion shell, so let's get them over here on the table and get started. Alright guys, so moving everything here onto the table, I'll take this here box off because this goes with this here, so we'll talk about this here in a few moments. So we'll go off the back. So starting off, the storage bag. It's very nice, very durable. Like you can zip and unzip with one hand. Let's see this. Geez. Nice material. Looks and feels very durable. One hand here. As you can see, it's got some nice wide straps for the handles. Nice branding right here on the bag itself. The little logo and their company name. A little tag here, the quality assurance tag, and a About Us, saying we're a young brand that aims to provide you with the freedom to explore any corner of the world like a dandelion. We strive to create beautiful camping experiences for you. We specialize in camping equipment to meet your expectations and fulfill your own resolutions. Okay. On their tent that I have, they have the same thing on the tag, so it's basically like a repetition, but it's on all of their stuff as far as I know. Upon further inspection of the bag, it does have a nice little branded tag here on the side. It's on the other side. The other side's blank. So let's get everything out of the bag and I'll show you what that's going on. Alright guys, here's an up close shot of their strap. Sorry, their handle straps. They are quite wide. They are very thick. Good. Here's a nice little shot of their name and their logo. Here's their cards. Nice little name and their logo on those as well. Here's a little write-up about the quality assurance and their About Us, which is pretty cool. Let's see, what else is in here? Let's open the bag up. Move this back just a little bit. Now, here we have a little bag. I'm not sure what's in it. Well, I do, but I got an idea anyway. It is... Oh! This is pretty nifty. Huh. It's a fireproof mat. That's pretty cool. I like that. Alright, we'll have a closer look at that here in a little bit when I fire the stove up. So I'll throw that back in. Set this off to the side. What else do we have in the bag? We have a pair of gloves. They are leather gloves. Probably for handling the stove and stuff when it's hot. You were trying to empty it out or whatever. Nice little Velcro strap. Here's a little loop. You could put say like a small carabiner on it. Clip the two of them together so that way you can hang them up to dry, or whatever you want to do. Just hang them up so you don't lose them. Let's see how this one fits. Oh wow. Got a little pocket in here. Right there. Hope you can see that. Nice little pocket. But these gloves fit nice. They're kind of fuzzy inside, so they're kind of warm. So, but say, stove is for the winter time. Well, sorry, the colder months. But yeah, geez, it fits some nice. Wow, can't get over that. So, I'll put these back in the... I'll set those right over here for now. And here we have La piece de resistance. The stove itself. It's nice, eh? Nice little vent in the front. So let me get this here set up and I'll show you what's inside. Alright guys, so upon first look, I want to, let's see here, I'm going to open it up, I guess, show you what's inside. So upon, you know what, I'm going to put the legs out, show you the bottom first. So see the bottom here, leg, they kind of fold in into one another. So one there, and two more at the bottom. They fold out. I'll set this down. Oh my, that sits up quite nice actually. So might as well just keep going up, I guess. So I have a nice little front vent right here. Nice and easily, for now anyway, until it gets heated up. Probably warp, but that is pretty cool. Nice little key ring with little heat wires on it, but not sure how well they'll work. We'll find out. Nice little key ring on the door latch. So let's lift it up and we'll see what's inside here. Oh look, styrofoam. So it's just to keep things from rattling around too much. So, oh, okay. What is this? This is a stove lid. So the stove lid goes on top, obviously. It's got a little hole in the center of it. You can see that right there. Hope you can see it. So it's got, set that down. On the inside, the seat has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pipe sections. So we'll get the center one out first, which happens to have the spark arrestor on it. It's pretty cool. Huh, I'm liking this, actually. It's really cool. So there's one section. Get the rest of them out. Another one. That's pretty sweet. I should mention that this here stove is made out of 304 stainless steel. So it's going to be quite heavy. There we go. Get these out. And last but not least, we have the piece with the damper on it. Huh, okay. This works nice, works good. The handle on it should be not a key ring, because that can get quite hot. It should have maybe like a T handle on it, maybe. So we'll see. I'll mention that to the company. So see what they say. I'm sure that they will agree as well. The damper on the inside, it is workable. Hope you can see that. So it's on there a little bit differently than what other stove companies do. They usually weld the damper flap to the pin going through. This one here, you can, if it breaks or weld happens to break or something, you can get a replacement and unscrew it and pull it out. So enough of that one, and we have a stove poker. That's a pretty handy little coal rake and a stove lid handle. Pretty good. What else do we have here? We have a wood grate and something attached to it. So I can only speculate to what that is, because in the door it should have a piece of glass in there and it don't. So I'm going to assume that this is what this piece is right here. Is a piece of stove door glass. So for right this second, I'll set this on top, this out. My assumption was right. It is the piece of glass. Nice piece of tempered glass. It's probably a good 1/8 of an inch thick. So, well, let's get this inside the door. And there we go. Glass installed. Now, if you want to, when you're done using the stove and you get home and you want to clean it out or whatever, you can take this glass out and clean it if you so wish. If not, just leave it in there and there you go. Looking at it, it does move, so it will have some airflow being sucked in between the glass and the door frame right up here. So it will move back and forth, but if you have it working right, or sorry, if you have it functioning properly, it should not cause an issue. Okay, so that, then we have 2 warming racks up here. I will show you the spot where the stove goes. Sorry, the stove lid goes right here. I'm sure that'll warp. If you wish, you can have this here spot welded down so it doesn't leak any smoke. And up at the very top, we have the damper, or the pipe manifold, not the damper. The damper's in the stovepipe. So, with all that being said, I will remove this garbage and I will set it to the side, and I will bring you back in just a few seconds. Alright guys, so I got all the garbage set aside. Just gotta situate a few more things, but I will fire this puppy up. Just bear with me here. Move a few more things and we'll get some dimensions and some measurements and all that fun stuff. So, alright, so get my trusty measuring tape out right here. So measuring the outer diameter, the outer width of the stove, it is 7.5 inches wide, which is not bad actually. The pipe manifold is 2.25 inches wide, which is pretty decent. The the length of the stove body itself without the door is 14 3/8. So it'll take let's see what the inner dimension is. We'll say from back to the very edge of the door is 14.25. So that's still not overly terrible. Little wood grate here. I'll put that inside. So I'll keep the wood up off of the bottom of the stove to get more airflow underneath of it, which is pretty awesome. Let's get the dimensions of the door here. Inside to inside is 5.5 inches wide, and from top to bottom it is 6 and we'll say 6.25. So that's not overly terrible. It'll take a fair sized piece of wood, as you can see with the door here. Something going on here with this. Oh, never mind. It's just me. The bolt needs to be tightened up just the hole where the bolt goes through is just a hair bigger than than what this is, so it's alright. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. It is held together with bolts and nuts and screws. I'm guessing they're all stainless steel as well. It did not come with any repair tools or any extra pieces, like an extra nut and bolt or a couple extras or whatever the case is. Now the warming racks on the side are nice. Very nice. Let's see what they are here. 9 3/4 inches long. Width from the bend to the outside is 6 inches wide. That's pretty cool. They're all stainless steel as well. You have a viewing window on either side. So you got one, see right here, and you can see me right through the top. So I say, yeah, there is one there, and there's one on the other side as well. On the top of the stove, they do have some nice tag. It's all basically scribed out and everything. So it's just their logo and their name on the tag. So I'm getting fingerprints all over this dang thing. But I will get the fireproof mat out. Oh, I should also, before I do that, I'm going to measure from the legs flip out. I'm going to measure from side to side. So from one leg to the other side is, let's see here, 13.5 inches wide, folded out. We're going to get the ground clearance here. It is 3 3/4 inches high. It's not terrible, but I'm guessing that's the reason why we have the fireproof mat here. So let me get this here fireproof mat out and under the stove, and I'll bring you guys back. Alright guys, I get the fireproof mat under the stove. It's really good. Now if push come to shove and it really needed to, you could probably use this here for a stove jack. If you really had to, you'd have to sew it on. Sorry, you'd have to sew it on your tent yourself, or put Velcro straps on, or Velcro strips on it. Sorry. But other than that, no, it's great. You could use it for whatever you want, I guess. But anyways, let's get some of this stovepipe on. So it does fit on there quite nice. Kind of loose a little bit, but that's fine. Put the damper down first, so you can have the damper up higher if you really wanted to. I'm putting mine right as far as I can get to it. Let's see if it fits this way. Nope. I know it don't. So you have a male and a female end of each pipe, but the higher it goes, I'm guessing the more flimsy it gets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a hose clamp, figure out which way it goes, to turn it, close, this way. So I'm going to take my hose clamp, I'm going to put it on here like so. I'm going to do a little experiment, see if it helps it get a little more stable, if my screwdriver would work. So I'll do this. Yes, I know I'm up a little too high, but there we go. Now I'm down onto the pipe manifold itself. I'll turn this around a little bit so I can, there, so it'll be fine. See if it helps it at all. Oh, look at that. A little more tighter. Get that stovepipe. There. Get that in there. Now it doesn't move around. Ha! I knew that would work. So we get some stovepipes on here. And then we'll talk about that box here in a few minutes. Actually, I'm going to put them all on. Put them all on. Even the spark arrestor. Which is the very last one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sections of pipe. Wow, that's a lot of pipe up there. Whew. But it seems to be a lot more stable now. And if I have to, I can still turn the bottom one a little bit more. So if I have to, or if I have to turn the damper either to this side or to the front, I can. Just go like this. There. Turn it to the front. There we go. So now damper is up like this. The little key ring is up and down. The damper flap is up and down. Turn to the side and it's to the side. So I'm going to leave that open. What am I missing? Oh yes, that box. I'll show you what's in that box in just a moment. Alright, so everybody's probably wondering what's in the box. Why is it so important? What's in it? I'm about to show you. So, inside the box, there's nothing important. Off to the side. Now, what's really important is what's inside the bubble wrap. Inside the bubble wrap is this. Bubble wrap goes in my chair behind me. Now, some of you can probably already see what this is. Or kind of take a guess. But here's some hardware. You got some wing bolts and some wing nuts. Yes, there's all kinds of wing nuts in the world, isn't there? And I'm one of them. So, plastic bag looks very nice. Not very durable, but it's nice. You know, you can store stuff in it if you want to. But that's not what we're here for. Right here is a two-sided heat shield, or double wall, or whatever. This is also made out of stainless steel. It is now on the market. I will do a price check at the end of the video of this particular piece. You can find it on Amazon.com. I'm not sure if it's in Amazon.ca yet or not. I'll have a look. Same with the stove. The stove is on Amazon.com and on their website, obviously. So, but now, see here, inspection. You have straight piece, and then you have a little hook, little angle piece here. On the other piece, it's the same thing. So what you do is you take the angle piece and the flat piece, put it together like so, and there you go. There's your double wall doodad. Or you can put it on the inside if you want, like so. But I prefer to have it on the inside like so, and then put it together using the wing bolts. Let's get a couple out here and let's try it. I'll try right, get it straight. We use one of these for the inside here. This here is to connect it to your stovepipe, so you can put it anywhere you want, up through the tent, up through the stove jack, up through wherever. There is long wing bolts for your stovepipe piece here, for these little holes right here. Goes up through the bottom, and through the side, or wherever you want to go. and goes in through that way to hold it to your stovepipe. So goes in, just so I don't lose it all. Okay, that is in there like so. There's also some small ones which connect to your wing nuts. So small wing bolt and your large wing bolt. So your small ones go in through here, obviously, and connect the two pieces together. So I'll do one right now, and then get a wing nut, because I am a wing nut. Make sure that's where I want it. Straight where I want it. And then go inside like that. Alright guys, I got the heat shield installed on the stovepipe. Doing some minor tweaking here. It's going to be a real pain in the butt, but oh well. Alright, I have this set. The first pipe section ends here. Overlap with the second pipe. I have it installed on the third pipe on the little ridge down here. And overlapping the second one. So between the second and third. Let's see, 1, 2, there's second, third. Yeah, it's on the third. On the fourth one overlapping, and so on, so on. But the long wing bolts, you adjust those there so you can have basically the pipe centered throughout the whole length of it, or at least try to anyway. But the only way this here will work, I guess, is if you have a large stove jack opening. Probably a good, where's my measuring tape? Wait 1 second. Okay, so the whole length of this thing, I'm going to say, is probably a good 5 inches. So you have to have at least a 6-inch stove jack opening, stove jack hole, or whatever you want to call it now. But yeah, I can see it being a real pain in the butt, but oh well. So what do you say we start a fire? Alright guys, so one thing that I did notice as I was looking over the stove a little bit more is that there is 2 more vents here on the side. There's one here, so that moves very, very nice, and there's one also on the other side above the window. So there's the 2 here on the side, the front vent and the damper. So there's four spots for airflow. So I'm going to have to get used to this one here myself, because I've never had a stove that has side vents like this. So once we get the fire going and going pretty good, I'm going to play around with these here 2 side vents and see what happens. Okay, I'm going to close the top vents. There's one, and there's two. It's closed. Open up the front vent a little bit more so I get more airflow. The damper is open. Let's just see what happens. Okay, the left side's open, and the right side is going to be open here in a minute. As soon as I find it. Yeah, that's open. Probably too much air. So that's closed. Alright. Let me just play around with this here for a few more minutes, and I'll bring you guys right back. Alright guys, I'm playing around with the stove a little bit. I don't know if you can notice or not, but the stovepipe here on the very bottom is starting to color a little bit. You know, your blues, purples, amber, bronzes colors. So, playing around with these two side vents here, that's kind of new for me. So I'm gonna close this one here up all the way. Not much of a difference. Okay, I'm going to close up the other side all the way. Not much of a difference. Let's open it back up for a minute. No, it's fine. Okay, I should mention that the damper is open all the way. So let's close this off a little bit. Okay, I have the front vent closed all the way, and the the flame is moving toward the back. So I'll open this up about, see, all the way. I'll go about half. Get that out of there. I should mention that this here is, there we go. A little bit. Close it. Open up about halfway roughly. Nice little bed of coals in there. So I'm going to open this up. Throw in, oh geez, there we go. Oh, it's burning quite nicely actually. This little stove pokey. I'm going to throw in a couple more pieces of dry kindling basically, just to get it let's see what we can't do here. Door is getting a little hard to turn or to open and close here. That's just heat cycling. So now I will leave the vent halfway closed, and I'll turn the damper about halfway-ish, roughly. I should mention that that ring does get hot. I just tried it here a few minutes ago and it got really hot. So the damper is about half. Oh, lots of heat coming off the top of that. That's how you open up this. It's pretty cool. Close it. There you go. Like so. This is going to be a problem, I betcha. So, honestly, the only way I'd remove that is if I was boiling water in one of my kettles. So, it's a nice gentle burn right now. The damper is about halfway shut. The two side vents are shut and the front vent is halfway. Now let's see what happens when I open up the one side of on the side vent. Not much of anything, really. Let's open this up all the way. And open up the side vent. Not much of anything happened. Let's open up the other one. Not much of anything, really. So just basically for when you have it all damped down for the night, more or less, I think. Let's close it totally. The damper is closed totally. The front vent is closed, but the side vents are open. Let's see what's happening on the inside here. Ah, there we go. Too much air. So I will close this side, close this side, open up the damper, open it up all the way so you have more airflow, open up the front a little bit, about half-ish, and the flames kick back up again. So I'm guessing this here stove, the side vents are just more, they're just so for more, a little more airflow, I would assume. But I don't think they really do a whole lot. Alright, well, I'm going to let this here burn out a little bit. Oh, should mention, it is getting hot underneath of the stove. So that's the reason why the fire mat is down. So I'm going to toss. Wow, it's a nice flame in there. I'm going to throw some of these here. I only got a few dry sticks in there, so then I'll save that for another day. So these here sticks I'll throw in just to get them out of here. And one more. There. Get them off the side glass. There. So I think this there we go. I think this here might be a little bit of an issue with it. Maybe, I don't know. We'll find out. So the stove poker seems to be holding out so far. It's a little bent already. But I'm sure we can figure out a way to solve that problem. So I'll open this up a little bit more. Close the damper down a little bit. About half. It's probably too much air. I probably closed the damper down a little too much, so it's about half. There's just water inside of the wood, so it's a little wet. Rained here a few days ago. But alright, I'm going to play around with this air stove a little bit. And once it's burned completely out, I'll bring you guys back and I'll let you know what I found out and give you the price of the stove and the price on the heat shield. Alright guys, I've been burning the stove for about an hour or so. The first, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 sections have turned blue, purpley, yeah, blue and purple and whatnot. The fifth one is turning like a ambery bronze and so on and so forth. It just gets lighter. The very top is still the original color. The heat shield, actually, I can touch it, so it is working, doing what it's supposed to do, stop you from burning yourself if you touch it. So let's see, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Start of the fifth one is, like I say, is turning ambery bronze color, but let's say it is going pretty good. The top of the stove toward the back is turning, I don't know, like a light bronzy color, where it's a thick, like stainless steel, so it is doing what it's supposed to. Move the chair. The heat from the sides here is just unreal. Underneath is just scorching hot. The door, let's check some functionality here. The door, and not too bad to open. Not too bad. So, I know you probably can't see it, but I'll show that here again in a second. Oh, it's being a pain because it's sprung and it's hot. So, there we go, it's better. So, alright. But yeah, everything's going as it should, so I'll bring you in a little bit and we'll do some numbers. Alright, show you the door here. It's a little, I'll try to use the ring here. So, well, the ring's not too bad for heat wise anyway. It's cool. Opening the door, it's a little rough, but that's because, you know, the heat cycle, you know, swells and shrinks and all that fun stuff. So, but you see, the thing is working as it should. Stove poker is a little short, but that's okay. Yeah. Alright, let's close this sucker back up. Here we go. So I found a sweet spot for the vents and everything. The front vent is about halfway, the damper is about halfway, and the two side vents are completely shut. So I'm going to sweat to death as I'm reading some numbers because the heat off that side glass is unreal. So for a price on the stove, it is, let me see here, $179.99 US. So in Canadian conversion, that is $245.42, which is not a bad price point, you know, for being a stainless steel stove. It is within a budget. Let me see if I can find some specs here. I can't read whatever language that is in, so it should be in English, but it is not. Let me do a little search here. Open. There we go. Alright, let me see here. Wood stove. It's a popular stove. 212 customers are viewing. Well, there's been a lot of them sold, so there's numbers are constantly changing. So I'm going to say that this stove is probably in the vicinity between 15 to 20 pounds. Gonna say if it'll come up. No, maybe not. So, but anyways, yeah. The heat shield is $31.99 US on Amazon.com, which the conversion for that is 31, $43.61 Canadian. That's not including your taxes or shipping or anything like that. So it's not bad. To say that it is a good stove. It's not meant for backpacking unless you want to carry it. Also, you know, if you're going car camping, truck camping, side by side, snowmobile, any off-road vehicle, more or less, or you know, going with your off-road truck, going to a certain location that you can't get to by any other means, then yeah, this is perfect for that. Or even if you're going canoe camping, like late fall, when the lakes are still open for fishing and whatnot. You want to do a little hut, like a backcountry hot tent camp, you know, with your canoe or with your buddies or something like that. Well, then this is perfect for that as well. Or even if you have a poke sled, it's perfect for that as well too. So, but so with this here little stove lid that's on top right here, I do not see any leaking coming from around it. Lift it up. Well, of course, there's nothing really much coming out of it anyway because the fire's almost out. But yeah, other than that, oh yeah, it's just a bunch of coals in there now, so open that up a little bit more. But I think I'm going to let this here stove burn completely out and then empty it out into my fire pit up by the camper there, and then let it cool down so I can pack it away. So with all that being said, I'm going to let it burn out so I can clean it, and then we'll catch you guys on the next one.